It's snowing! Yay! Happy December, everybody. I am back. I want to show you my December daily and what I have done so far. So let's take it inside, although I am really enjoying this fresh air in the beautiful snow. Seriously though, it's not too cold out and the flurries are perfect. Oh, I want to stay out here all day. Nah, I don't. I want some coffee. Okay, you ready to see how fast I can get through this? Alright, so here's my cover. I just used some papers from the FaLaLa collection. Before I start, I should just mention that I didn't prep ahead of time because I don't do that. I work better whenever I just kind of wing it. So I've been using a lot of the FaLaLa line from Crate Paper, but I've also been collecting bits and pieces from friends that have been mailing stuff to me, and also I had a crap ton of stuff in my stash already that I needed to use up as well, which I probably will never use up because I have so much of it for Christmas. It's ridiculous. So I'm just using a mix of things. I had this snap binder in my closet that I never used. It's a 6x8, so I figured, what the hey? Let's just use it for December daily. So I made a little pocket here, and in it I have my Christmas card, which I will show at a later date after I've mailed them out. I also clipped this little Project Life card here with this clip that my friend Serena gave me, and I'm gonna write on it afterwards something. I don't even know yet, but I just made this the other day. I just made the cover because it's been blank so far, so I have no idea what my plans are for it. So this is the opening page. You might have seen it on Instagram. I don't know. I just filled this with some sequins because that's just what I like to do, just to open it up. And I made this magazine cover in on the website Canva. Excuse me. So anyways, I was thinking of how to open up this album, and I wasn't entirely sure I wanted to just have it just right off the bat, like day one, here's what we did. So I figured I'm going to just try something new. So I thought of making this magazine cover and like listing some of the things that I did that day, and then some of the stuff I planned to put in. Like I put the month of Hygge. That is kind of like my intentions, I guess you would call it, for the month, is to try to make it very Hygge. Sorry if I overuse that word a lot, because I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I use it a lot because it's like my favorite thing. So anyways, I just put a photo in here of myself in my cozy new robe, which I'm obsessed with. Oh my gosh. And I put cozy up this winter, free Alto robe with perfume purchase, because that's how I got it. I ordered some perfume and they gave me a free robe, and I really need to not live in it as much as I do. Then I put the month of Hygge, how to create an atmosphere in your home that would make even a Nordic jealous. I put savory soups, recipes. Oops, I got glitter on it. Recipes the whole family will love, even Nadia, maybe. So I just put that in here, and I like it. On the back of it, I did another layout using Canva. I really like just using that website for things because they have a lot of free templates, and sometimes it's a little bit easier than taking things into Photoshop, which I also do a lot, but sometimes I just want it already made for me. So I wrote my, in past years I've done like a reason why or whatever, but I wrote what I was feeling on this page about the month of Hygge. How about instead of me reading it, which will take a while, I will put it on my blog. You can always check out the up-close photos and stuff on my blog too once I get them on there. And it's just marybethhancher.com. So how about I just do that? Because it'll take a while to read. But then on the back of it, I just stuck this little tag. I read this book, and I forget what it was called, but I got it at the library, and I photocopied these pages in it that says Hygge emergency kit, and it has all this stuff in it, like candles, some good quality chocolate, your favorite tea, your favorite book, you know, stuff like that. And I thought that was cute, so I just photocopied it, and I actually just stuck these pages together back to back so that they would be make kind of like a little pocket here that I can stick them in. So I just stapled a tag, or a tab, not a tag, a tab to the top, and that was that. I wanted to use this card because I just liked it. I got it from an old A Beautiful Mess. What am I saying? Not like they're kits, I guess. Gosh. And so I thought it was cute and it matched the colors on this. So I just stuck a button on there and just whatever, because I just wanted to add some little bits and pieces. To be honest, I was doing this a lot because I was having some rough days. Things are looking up now, but we were having some rough days with Nadia, so I wanted to make it as easy as possible. So that's why there's a lot of these sort of pages. This day was awful. It was a really hard day for Nadia. I just stuck a tag underneath here, and I put this photo of us on there. We had plans to put up our tree, but then some of the lights weren't working. They were tangled. It was just like a mess. So we were like laying on the floor with the lights all over us. And my sweet husband went out to get new Christmas lights, like better ones. So yeah, I just wrote about that on there, but then we never finished the tree that day because after that it was just meltdown after meltdown. It was pretty bad. So we made our favorite tortilla soup for dinner. It's a vegan chicken tortilla soup, and we make these cheesy ranch taquitos that go with it, and you can dip them in there. They're so stinking good. This is not our recipe, but we get it from the YouTube channel and blog Hot for Foods. They have some great recipes, so you should check them out. I'll just link them in the description. Okay, so day 3, this is when things were starting to look better. We put up our Christmas tree and put the lights on. So I sometimes don't always want pictures right up front. So I had these cards from a package Serena sent me. So I used them to make little flip-ups to stick photos of us. And it's just kind of fun to make like a little scrapbook type of page with these little flip ups. I love this picture of Nadia putting the star on top because every year in all of my albums, she's doing the same job. She always puts the star on top, but every year you just see her getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And while it's kind of makes me melancholy, I guess, to watch my little one grow. It's sweet to still see her in her daddy's arms year after year, just growing taller and taller. So I always try to take a picture as soon as they do that because I know one day she'll be able to just stand up and put it on top of there. So it's just a special moment for me. And then we were just lounging the rest of the day. My mother-in-law sent us a package and in it was some really good peanut brittle. So I just took a picture of us real fast while we were just all lounging around sharing it. We were like in total silence. All you heard was crunch, 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 crunch. So good. So I got this idea. I saw somebody do this. I want to say maybe is it Brandy Kincaid? I want to say maybe she did it where she puts the number and punches the holes in it. Well, I cut some numbers out on my silhouette. I didn't end up using most of them, but I used this one and I actually just laminated it just for durability and then I punched holes so I could put the number in there. This day was fun. It was actually just a really basic day. It was a Monday. I wrote about it on this tag, how Dana and I went out and we were just running errands and picking up some stuff. And we actually went to Michael's because he needed to get some stuff there too, which never happens. But we went out together while Nadia was at school and he took vacation this week, or this last week it was. And, finished up his vacation for the year. So it was like our first day out and it felt like a date even though we were running errands. So I had this card that says love is in the air. And then I wrote about this on Instagram, how I found our tiny little tree that we have on our coffee table with goldfish crackers stuck to it with peanut butter. And I thought that was so funny that Nadia did that she used peanut butter and goldfish to decorate the tree. I couldn't even be mad about it. It was so cute. And then I took a picture of our wall where I hang some things like our letter board, an advent calendar I made, our nutcrackers, our little Peg People family. I just wrote on top of it with a Sharpie just to point out some of the things. This day we went to see a movie together, so I had another one of these cards that says movie and popcorn, and I was like, yes, I can use it. So I wrote about that on the back, and then in this envelope I stuck our like movie stubs and tickets, whatever, in there. Okay, then we have this little transparency that I loved, so I wanted to add that in there just for fun. This night, a group of girlfriends and we got together and we wrapped some of our Christmas gifts for people like our mailmen, the teachers, all this stuff. And we had so much fun doing it. We just had some like snacks. We had music playing. We were just talking and laughing, making pom-poms to tie around. And it was just a lot of fun. So we got together. And so I wanted to make this little, kind of like a little scrapbook page to go in there to document that. I hope I'm going fast enough. I actually clipped these two pages together because I didn't want to put anything in page protectors, but I also didn't want to use the back of this just yet for this page. So I have intentions of using this later to maybe stick some of Nadia's artwork or to write extra stories or whatever. So I'm kind of just saving it for some extra things to put in near the end. So this day I made another little scrapbook page, and I actually like using other papers too, not just Christmas papers, but this is from Maggie Holmes Carousel and I thought it was super cute, so I wanted to use it. So I just added some of the Christmas stuff on top of it and it's perfect. This is also one of those little, it was a part of the interactive card piece from the Carousel collection as well. So I just cut out a tag. Oops. I cut out a tag here with just some of the paper from FaLaLa, and I put a photo on here, and I just wrote about how cute it was to see Dana reading Nadia her favorite childhood story, or his favorite childhood story, for her bedtime story one night. So I'm just clipping stuff together. There we go. This day I took a big photo on some whiteboard of the gifts that I made. I do like to do handmade gifts whenever possible, and so I made a bunch of handmade gifts for my girlfriends, and I just took a photo of them and I wrote about it. Just right on the photo, I just typed it out. So, and this is another one of those pages where I will use this side, but not yet. This day was fun. We had a little, like a ugly sweater party / white elephant / mom's day. Sorry, my camera cut me off. So basically I'm part of and help lead a mom's group at my church, and that's where I met all my friends and stuff, so it's really special to me. But we get together on every other Thursday, and this time was our Christmas party, so I took some photos here. We have photos of us on our ugly sweaters, and there's the big group of us there. And I just made some tags and stuff to put them on. We exchanged white elephant gifts with everybody, with the big group. So a couple of our friends couldn't make it, so they were asking, "What'd you get?" And so I actually, instead of just putting a ton of photos in, I screenshotted our Facebook conversation where we were all sharing the photos, like how Kelsey got this. I've seen it on Amazon. It's a fanny pack, but it looks like a hairy belly. But then somebody took that from her and then gave her like this like really ugly Santa teacher thing. I don't even know what it was, which I said, then she sweetly regifted to Dana. So she regifted it to my husband, and there's a picture of him holding it like, oh. And anyways, it was just fun. So I also just got a bunch of extra silly gifts at the thrift store just so we could exchange funny things with our table. In our little tight-knit group. And I mixed in some good stuff with some bad stuff. Like I got Pilates for dummies, but then there's also a little perfume sample that's good. And then there's a good book, but there's also ugly Santa earrings. And then there's some good Burt's Bees stuff, but you could also get toothpaste. I put a mix together of cards, a clay mask, stuff like that. And then for my white elephant, I gave Bop It. We were supposed to take stuff from our own homes that we don't want anymore and regift them. So, everyone's stuff was kind of like silly. But here was Bop It. that a friend actually got, which was fun. So anyways, that's my story about our mom's party. It was a lot of fun. So I just made some cards to put the stuff in and tucked it behind there. Okay. Whew, how am I doing? Probably not so good on time. Okay, so I got this idea from Allie Edwards. I saw her do this, and I think she had a class where she taught how to do this as well, but I just kind of, I just did my own thing where I cut out some hearts with my silhouette, and then just actually sewed a polka dot transparency on the other side of it. And then I just added some embellishments, and I thought that was fun. So thank you, Allie. Good idea. And then on the other side to cover it up, I just added some other ones too. This day I didn't write anything because actually I think this is still part of the same day because it started snowing later that day too. So I think this is all the 7th. Yeah. Anyways, so I just wanted to decorate. I actually didn't use my fuse tool yet, so some of these sequins could probably come out because I haven't gotten it out yet, but I just made little shaker pockets and stuff. Yeah, I should hold on to that. Whoop, there we go. Okay, this next day, this is like my favorite thing. Okay, so last year, whenever the snow, what was it called? Snow Day? Nope. Snow and Cocoa. When Snow and Cocoa came out, I was like squealing in delight when it's a Crate Paper collection. I'm sure you already know that, but I felt like I should say it anyways. I was squealing in delight because they had like A-frame houses, and this is my house. I live in an A-frame, so it's like so perfect. So I had to add that in because I thought that was just like, yes, it's my house. So anyways, I used this card from that same collection. It says, "Oh dear," because this was a rough day. And I wrote about it again on Instagram, how Nadia's been having really rough days at school. And it was just like, we were just a mess. Like as soon as we got home, I just broke down. I was crying because I just feel so helpless sometimes. Like, I don't know what to do. Like I want to help her and I can't. And it's just, it's hard. So, it was a really rough day, and we got some mail from a friend, and she got Nadia some like hair clips, a DVD, bracelet, a little sticker, or an activity book, stuff like that. And it just like totally made us just come out of our funk. And she sent me, some mail too. I actually have it behind me. Let me just grab it. She sent me this adorable flip book too, which I think is awesome. So I love it. Filled with all kinds of goodies. So it totally made my day. So thank you again, Ashley. That was just, it was just too perfect. Okay. So I wrote about that. And the next day here, I wanted to share a story. I'm trying to add more stories because I'm not very good with adding in a lot of my feelings and stuff into my albums, or not even just my feelings, but words. I tend to keep the journaling really short because I feel like my photos usually tell the story, but if somebody else were to look at it, I mean, they probably would get it, but I would also like my own stuff in here too. So if that makes any sense at all. So I wrote about the warmth of our home, like how I love how I said there's something very Hugo, about waking up to find snow on the ground outside our home. The snow diffuses the light and reflects off of our white walls, making the great room brightly lit and beautiful. I like to make a hot cup of coffee and snuggle up under a blanket while just staring outside at how beautiful it all is. Sometimes I open the door to smell the wood burning in our neighbor's fireplace, or to just hear the crunch of snow under my boots. But when I return inside, I'm grateful to be in my cozy little A-frame surrounded by snow-covered pine trees and with a house full of people and kitties I love. So I just wanted to write a little something for this day. Okay, last pages. This was fun. I just got done doing this one. This is for yesterday. So today is the 11th. This is the 10th, which is why I did the... Wait. I'm an idiot. I thought this said 5 plus 5. It says 5 times 5. That's supposed to be for the 25th. Dang it. You gotta be kidding me. I thought I was looking at it and saw 5 plus 5, like 10. Okay. You know what? I'm actually just going to write about that, how I totally made an error. So I'm going to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, gosh, Mary Beth, seriously. So I made this page and I thought this was fun. There's, if you are on Snapchat, you'll know that there's like a filter right now that looks like this. And so I actually saved it and then I printed it out to size. And I think my camera's getting darker and darker. And then I actually took my paper trimmer and then I cut around each window so that it could lift up. And then underneath there's writing about what we did on the weekend. And then there's some more photos, like what book I'm reading, stuff like that. And then another Snapchat filter. So I thought that was kind of fun to make like a little like interactive page. And I haven't done this before, so it was new. So I thought that was a perfect opportunity to do it. So that's what I did. And I also laminated it before I cut around it just to make it really durable. And then I have this on the outside of the page protector because on the other side there's this. So I actually put this on the outside of the page protector and then the photos and everything underneath are on a paper that's inside it. So that's how I did it. And then this last part here, I didn't actually finish it yet, and obviously there's more to say there about that. I'm not even changing it. I just want to document that I literally can't pay attention to details. I wrote about this on Instagram yesterday, so you can just check out my Instagram account, but we are under a blanket here, and I still have to write a little bit on this card about that. And that's it. That's all I've got so far. So we are up to day 10 and I am loving this book. I'm having a lot of fun with it and I hope that you enjoy it as well. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know how your December dailies are going and I would love to see them. So go ahead and if you would like, check me out on Instagram as well if you want to hear more behind these, some of the pictures. I share some stuff, but also you can look at my blog too if you want to see up close photos or read some more like my page about with the Hugo or whatever. All right, that's it. I hope you have a great day. Hope you're having a wonderful December and I will see you in the next video. Bye.